President Trump is meeting with India's Prime Minister for the first time. The President and First Lady welcomed Prime Minister Narendra Modi to the White House this afternoon. The two leaders will look to expand ties on defense and fighting terrorism, but strains are likely on trade. Both are expected to deliver remarks in a few minutes. We'll bring you any updates in this broadcast. Meantime, a legal victory for the administration. For now, the Supreme Court is allowing a limited version of the president's travel ban to go forward.
CBS 2's Alice Gaynor is in our newsroom to explain that this doesn't end the debate over the ban. Alice?
Christina Maurice, the Supreme Court adjourned for the summer, but before it did, it announced in the fall it will review President Trump's travel ban on citizens from 6 Muslim-majority countries. In the meantime, the court will allow the Trump administration to mostly enforce the president's executive order while the legal battle continues.
The travel ban sparked massive protests and lawsuits across the country, all of which the Trump administration had lost until today. The 90-day ban would apply to citizens of Iran, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, Syria, and Yemen. The Supreme Court says it can be partially enforced on visitors from those countries if they lack a credible claim of a bona fide relationship with a person or entity in the United States. The court says close family members, workers, and students will be allowed with formal documentation. The White House called today a clear victory for our national security.
How do you feel about the Supreme Court ruling today, Mr. President?
But opponents say the ban is unlawful based on visitors' Muslim religion. Governor Cuomo tweeted, "Our nation was built on open doors. Today's Supreme Court ruling wrongfully strikes a blow to this American value.
It is unjust, it is un-American, and we will continue to fight it in the courts and in the streets to make sure that it is defeated."
The Supreme Court will hear arguments in the case in October when it reconvenes. Meantime, another busy morning on Twitter for President Trump as he accused former President Obama of collusion or obstruction. The real story is that President Obama did nothing after being informed in August about Russian meddling. Friday, the Washington Post reported the Obama administration knew the Russian government was interfering in the election back in August, but didn't make it public until October 7th. They also had intelligence confirming that the Russian goal was to defeat Hillary Clinton. Former President Obama's spokesman says the situation was taken extremely seriously, as is evident by President Obama raising this issue directly with President Putin. Former Obama administration officials reportedly said they failed to act sooner because they didn't want to be seen as interfering in the election on the side of Hillary Clinton.
Meantime, the Trump administration is trying to figure out the best way to approach a potential meeting with Putin when he and the president are in Germany next month for a summit. Some presidential advisors believe the U.S. needs to maintain its distance from Russia, especially during the investigation into Russian meddling of the presidential campaign. In the newsroom, Alice Gaynor, CBS 2 News.